Hey class, Jim here. MyLab Math. This is where you'll do your homework and quizzes. If you click on Content and then come on down and click on MyLab Math, you'll see all these options here. You can jump into MyLab Math at the e-text, in assignments, in the study plan, in the library that has all the multimedia, or into the gradebook. Let's go to assignments since that's where you'll mostly be going. Let me see. Let me adjust this screen a little bit. So here is what you see when you will jump over to MyLab Math. You have homework assignments with the blue circles. You have quizzes with the orange squares. Now, I've included quote-unquote homeworks that take you to the e-text and the videos that are for this particular section. So if we click on that, there's no points associated with this, but this is just a reminder that there are a lot of videos for each and every section of the e-text. So this gives you a quick way to jump in and see all of the resources for that particular section. Oh, and it looks like I just jumped out. Let me jump back in to all assignments, and I might have to resize the screen again. So let's do that. Okay, so that's not an assignment that is worth any points or anything, but that's just an extra quick way. Instead of going to the multimedia library, that's how you can get to the section the section videos for each section. Okay, so there is a homework and a quiz for each section. So here are the 6-1 homework and quiz, 6-2 homework and quiz. Notice over here that you have 2 attempts for each quiz. The highest one is the one that goes into the gradebook, and for the homework, you will have an infinite number of tries for each homework exercise. Now, you also have a prerequisite for each of these quizzes. So the prerequisite you can take as many times as you want to pass it. To pass it, you have to get 4 out of 5. So there's 5 questions on each of these prerequisite quizzes all the way through. And so in order to open up quiz 6-1, you have to do this prerequisite and get at least 4 out of 5. So the idea is to prep you before taking the quiz that counts towards your grade so that you have a better chance of doing well on it. All right, let's take a look at the homework. So each one of these questions you have an infinite number of attempts for. So if you click on a question, you will be prompted to do whatever it asks you to do. If you get it wrong, it will give you 2 more tries. If you've missed the problem 3 times, down at the bottom, you will see an option that says similar exercise. You click on that and it regenerates the problem. So every question you will have an infinite number of tries at. So there's no reason not to get 100% on the homework. The quizzes, you will have 2 attempts for each quiz. And the highest one goes into the gradebook. So that is how you're going to deal with your MyLab Math work. Let me just point out that if you do go to the multimedia library, the multimedia library again has all of the the supplemental videos, animations, all these things for a book for the entire e-text. So let's just suppose we wanted to look at functions and we want all sections. We want to know about animations, interactive figures, and videos. We click there, and now it's going to show us all of those resources for this particular choice, so for this section on functions. So lots of animations, lots of videos. You cannot ever make it through all of the resources that are available. But what you should do is look up the topics that you're having trouble with and watch as many videos as you can on there, because there are so many extra resources for you. Check them all out. Okay, so also over here is the study plan. So here's where you're going to go if you want to do a bazillion exercises. If you're a perfectionist and you want to get as much practice as possible, then you can come in here, and if you click all chapters is a big TOC, a table of contents for the book. Click on exponential functions, drill down to log, or exponential and logs, drill down to logs. Whatever it happens to be, if you have trouble evaluating log expressions, you have all these problems. The homework is a subset of these, but these are extras. So any topic that you are stuck on, go into the study plan and figure out what you're getting stuck on, because there's so many options here. Let's suppose we're stuck on the graphs of rational functions. Those are tricky. Also notice that there's film reels next to a bazillion of these. That means that there's a video that actually walks you through how to do that particular problem. So if we just click on this, identifying asymptotes, we can work this practice problem. It's not part of the homework. You can work it as many times as you want, and that's totally fine. You can view an example. They all have viewing examples. So the viewing example is going to walk you through. If we continue through, it's going to walk us through all the steps for a particular problem. If you click right here, you can actually send me an email. It will send me an email. If you have a question on one of your MyLab Math homework problems, click right there and it automatically sends me a picture of the problem, and then you can tell me what you're stuck on. And if it has a video supporting, if it has video support, you click right there and it's going to open the video and it's going to walk you through exactly what the process is for solving that problem. I really can't emphasize enough that this MyMathLab product gives you everything you need to be successful in this course. You just have to take advantage of it. You've got to put aside the time. This is a 5-credit hard math course. You should be spending a minimum of 15 hours, but the average student is going to need to spend more than 15 hours a week to do well in this class. Because remember, we don't have class sessions that we're meeting for. So you should be probably putting in at least 20 hours to do well in this class. It's a hard class. It's the sort of gateway class before you get to calculus, which is even harder. So you want to do well in this class, because this class gives you a nice foundation to do well in calculus. Okay, well, that's it for MyMathLab, or MyLab Math, or MyLab, whatever you want to call it. Again, shoot me an email if you have a question. Post something to the discussions if you have a question. I'm off to do a video on OneNote. Good luck.